Let's just hop right in. Enhanced version of Adel, Baron of the Night, Gaping Jaw, Everdark Sovereign. He starts this fight off already in Phase 2. I have another video that talks about his Phase 1 and Phase 2, so you can click on that video for a refresher, but I'm just going to quickly review his attacks in Phase 2 because they're obviously going to be prevalent in Phase 3. So he starts off the fight with a dive bomb. So same thing as before, stay in between the lines. If you're in the rocky areas or in the purple, pause, then dodge away. This is the jaw lunge. Easy to see from the side here, he fades back, head down, then jumps. You want to roll just before he makes contact. This is going to be important for both Phase 2 and 3. These next two attacks I'm going to put together. I would highly recommend you nail the bite grab attacks that I'm about to show you. Because every time somebody fails and gets grabbed, the boss gets free heals, which negates some of the damage your teammates are doing. Plus, of course, you take a ton of damage. So I'm going to show you two grab moves. The charged jaw double combo and the charged drag. So the jaw charge, the 2 combo, same sound, same visual cue. As we talked about before, it's going to make this sound. Plus it's going to have the purple lightning around his mouth. He will curl his mouth like this, then sweep around. He will do this twice, hence the 2 combo. That's different than the charge drag. So he's going to slam his head down in this one, then quickly drag it forward. So again, I'm going to show you the timing for both of these now. I'm telling you, you will make this fight so much easier on yourself if you nail the timing. However, if you do get grabbed, spamming your bumper keys lead to you taking less damage, as if like your character's struggling to get out of it. I have been playing Soul games for a long time, and I honestly never knew that. So again, you learn this the first time you fought him, but in Phase 2, all the head slams, the feet slams, all have these purple streaks, the secondary explosion that you need to dodge. So the triple slam, this one in my opinion is one of the hardest moves to nail, but he's going to slam his head down, thrash it back and forth, slam it down a second time, and then slam it down a third time. Every time he slams his head down, he will create this purple lightning lanes, like we talked about before, that will then explode. You will need to dodge or get in between the rocky purple formation. He also has a roar. This doesn't hurt, but it will knock you off balance. You can roll into these if you're close to him. All right, now we're getting into Phase 3. So he's going to open this up with this Cyclone Frenzy. So Adel will rapidly start just teleporting around the arena and is going to create these devastating lines of purple lightning. When you start seeing this, it is imperative that you start running to the edges of the map. I cannot tell you the amount of teammates that I have seen get absolutely destroyed because of this wipe mechanic. So as you run to the edges of the map, this gigantic tornado will spawn that does a ridiculous amount of damage. You're going to be on the lookout for these jump pads that you see in the normal game. Then you will use this to jump over the tornado into the eye of the storm, where you will continue to fight Adel. If another player goes down in this phase, wait until this tornado subsides. If you are the down player, start crawling into the eye of the storm. This is also why it's nice to have an Iron Eye to help revive people at range. Because if a player goes down and he's in the tornado, it's really impossible to revive them until the tornado's gone. You may, like I do here, accidentally run too far towards the edges of the arena, but overshooting it is much better since the storm starts inward and then spreads outward, which you can kind of see here. I overshot it, but I was able to jump into the spring. I was totally fine here. And don't be an idiot like me and assume this purple area is where a spring pad is going to spawn. Nope, this is where he lands. Yeah, no shit. So now inside the Eye of the Storm, you're going to have all the attacks from Phase 2, but now it's in a much smaller arena. Again, he's going to be able to do some general thrashing around, just get to the side of him, get to the back of his body. Here's a quick little double chomp that he can do. He does this a lot in Phase 1. Now there's just extra purple lightning around every time he chomps down. So at any point in time, he can go into the charge bomb phase, which is, if you remember how he started Phase 2 back in the original fight, this will also create this tornado. So as soon as you see this charge bomb, start running towards the edge of the map. We had 2 raiders here, so I was actually able to use my ability to knock them out of this charged state because I had a charged up ability. But if you want to just play it safe, you can just run to the edge of the map. hit the jump pad, jump into the eye of the storm, you're fine. General tips, I would just advise that you bring poison. You don't have to, but it's a great way to stun the boss. We stunned the boss several times, which helped get teammates out of grabs. We had 2 raiders, which was great because we were able to stun the boss even more, and we can kind of get him into this cycle where we're poisoning him, which stuns him, then we're using our abilities and it's stunning him, and it just makes the fight so much easier if he's just constantly stunned and he's not really able to attack you. All in all, besides this tornado, he doesn't really get that many new abilities. He has a little bit more combos, a little faster, but in general, it's still just phase 2 with this extra tornado. So keep a level head. I don't think it's significantly more challenging than the original fight. I think once you understand the jump pads and you're not getting grabbed by those bite charges, I think it makes the fight way less daunting, and it's definitely doable. As you can see, I get a little too excited, but that's kind of just what Nightreign does to me, I guess. But let me know down in the comments if I missed any attacks. And as always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Oh, we synced ours. Look at that.
I'm coming in too. Don't worry.
There we go.